Uh-oh. I know that face. Either you just swallowed a mouse, or you're about to blurt out another confession.
In truth, I do have a... Well, confession is too strong a word. And listen, just remember you've already forgiven me, so you can't get mad, and...
That's not how forgiveness works, Oswald!
Hear me out now. Can you do that for me? I need you to know the whole story. As I've told you before, my own hubris is to blame for my current feathery condition. With my prowess for potions, I was confident that I could be the first to make it to Maven's abandoned castle and live to tell the tale. And I was right. I simply didn't foresee all the complications.
Complications is one way of putting it.
Let me finish, would you? Naturally, I was desperate to find a cure. Upon returning home, I set myself to finding one. As I pored over every text I could find on the subject, all other concerns were forgotten. I spared not a thought for my business, my customers, or my debt. Then Helena came poking around, praising the place. She thought I was just some bird. I realized that she couldn't sense me with her magic. My transformation had broken that infernal soul binding of hers. And I suddenly felt no great rush for a cure. But there is a cure. A potion, in fact.
There is? That's great news! What do we need to make this cure?
Well, that's the rub. I found the formula in Maven's own journals. And it requires an exceedingly rare ingredient. One she herself cultivated in her castle laboratory. It is known as Maven Bloom. For years, this ingredient was thought lost to history. But shortly before your arrival here, members of the Heroes Guild found a single sample locked away in her castle. They brought it back. It now sits within the Guild Hall's vaults, and there it shall remain. Until the day it is awarded to the potion maker who wins the 5th and final competition.
Wait. The ingredient you need can only be obtained by winning this competition circuit? The very circuit that you insisted was my only shot at saving myself from the debt you saddled me with? Oswald, did you manipulate me into getting that ingredient for you?
No. A little. It's a happy coincidence. The competition is the best way for you to make the money you need. And hasn't it been working out so far? I only neglected to mention that I had a second reason for ushering you in that direction.
Unbelievable. All right, well, it's not as if I have another option here. But I'm warning you, no more secrets. You need to be on your best behavior. Or else, I might just use that Maven Bloom to make a delicious soup.
You wouldn't.
Try me. See what happens.
Also, you should know I ate the last cookie.
I wonder what vacations are like.
Greetings, Sylvia. How's business? I trust you're not letting that ghoulish little girl get to you.
Anubia? She's unnerving, but I'm not too worried.
Good. That's good. Because someone needs to take that little upstart down a peg.
I guess you're not a fan?
A fan? Of an outsider coming to my home and acting like she owns the place? I should say not. I've traveled extensively. I've seen her grand empire for myself. It's a sterile, cinder-block dystopia, a monument to mass production. Her factories spew bile into the air and the seas, and the people accept it because in the short term, their lives are comfortable.
And that's what she wants to do to Rafta?
Her large-scale business model requires it. There must always be a new market. Success is defined as growth, not equilibrium. But she's made a dire mistake coming here. Rafta doesn't need another queen.
That's right! You took down the last one!
Something like that, yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up the past. I only meant to say that Anubia can only grab as much power as people are willing to give her. Whatever her other ambitions might be, I'm not going to let her dominate the potions market. Merp.
Very good. That's what I was hoping to hear. I like you, Sylvia. You know your place. Good luck out there.
I know my place? What's that supposed to mean?
I think the boy's gotten a bit big for his britches. I was never a fan, you know. All he has to do to sell a potion is flash his dimples and bat his eyelashes. The rest of us work for a living.
Wait, is that why you have such an issue with him? Because you were competitors and he got all the attention? Oh my gosh! You're super jealous of him, aren't you?
I had dimples too, you know.
What are you doing up so early?
Market research.
Vague, but uncharacteristically brief. That works for me.
Stick around, Sylvia. You might learn something. Ah, here we go.
Fair tidings.
Yikes! Anubia? Are you feeling all right?
Your potion has arrived within the promised time frame.
My what? What is happening right now?
Thank you for your business.
Wait a minute. Oswald, did you order a potion from the competition?
Like I said, market research. I wanted to learn a few things, such as how speedy Anubia's service is. Pay the drone now, won't you?
I will not.
And I wonder what happens if we don't pay.
Thank you for your business. You have an unpaid balance.
We may have found Anubia's weakness if our entire workforce is this mindless.
You have an unpaid...
Shush, drone. We were just talking about how foolish your mistress is.
You might be onto something, Oswald. If nothing else. This dummy is perfect for practicing my festival trash talk.
Oh, I'm Anubia. I think I'm so great. But I'm really a big brat, and when I lose a festival, I'm gonna cry like a stupid baby. You toad! How dare you speak to me thus?
Wait a minute. Anubia? I thought this thing was a mindless drone.
Less a drone than a husk. One I can inhabit at will. It's a useful talent. My eyes and ears are everywhere.
But that means you're spying on people? People let these things into their homes. They have no idea you can listen in whenever you like.
As if anyone here were at all interesting. But you're a fool if you think trading potions for coins is the path to success. The only truly valuable commodity in this world is data. Selling potions is a means to an end. It gets me into their homes, into their heads. And once I've learned all there is to learn about the people of Rafta, they will be my subjects in every way that matters.
You're a total megalomaniac. And if you think I'll stay quiet about this,
Tell whoever you like. See what good it does. My prediction? People will give up a little privacy for a little convenience. And I'm offering a great deal of convenience. Thank you for your business. May your purchase bring you contentment. Don't forget to rate your experience.
I'll rate my experience all right. Unsettling, would not recommend. I mean, did you hear all that? She's a total creep, a monster. And she's wrong about people. Isn't she?
I hope so, Sylvia. I suppose we'll learn soon enough.
I need to work off some steam, and yoga isn't cutting it today. Not even hot yoga with baby goats.
Can I help somehow?
You're a faithful friend, Sylvia. Just knowing you want to help is helpful in its own right. That's why I asked you out here for a bit of therapy.
Wait, where did that come from?
Oh, I have weapons stashed all over town. Perhaps that's a haggling tip you can try.
It's not at all relevant to haggling.
Oh, fine. Here's a coupon instead.
That works. Thanks.
Now, shall we? Fun, isn't it? I call it smash and gab. Maybe it could be my next business, after this enchanting lark falls apart.
Always smart to have a plan B. You never know what's gonna happen.
Precisely. And I've always had a get-out-of-town bag packed and ready if things go south.
I thought business was good and you were on track to get your license. Did something change? We smashed. Now gab.
If you insist. It's just that I have this exam coming up. It's the final hurdle in securing my business license. So I took a practice exam. It came back with so much red it looked like a murder scene. And I wasn't expecting it. I thought I'd done just fine.
There's no shame in it. That's the whole point of a practice exam. It just means you have to hit the books.
Oh, I tried that. I also tried biting, scratching, and kicking the books.
You know what I meant. You need to study.
But that's absurd. I know all of this already. I'm running a profitable business. Why in the world should I have to study then for a test about how to run a business?
Because there's a difference between practical knowledge and book smarts. The former might be enough to do the work. But if you want your license, you have to prove you have the latter too.
So let me get this straight. It's not enough that I've shelled out my hard-earned money and filled out their little forms. I'm also expected to parrot their little trivia back at them. All to earn the approval to do the work that I'm already doing. That is quite a scam, and I would know.
That's the system we're stuck with, for better or worse. The business world definitely has its own set of rules. Just think of it like a game.
A game? But you know if I play a game, then I play to win.
Exactly. I know you'll do whatever it takes. Even if it means spending hours memorizing trivia.
I know when a gauntlet's been thrown down. Very well. I'm going to crush this exam, Sylvia. I'll do whatever it takes. But first, I'm going to find a new hiding spot for this sledgehammer. I have a feeling I'll be needing it again soon.
All set for our study session? I've got the flashcards.
And I've got the snacks. Although, I'm afraid you'll have to sign a waiver first. Some of these snack peppers are hot enough to scald your tongue.
Yeah, I might just stick with pretzels.
Ugh, this is pointless.
You'll get the hang of it.
No. I mean, there's no point in doing this. I already know I'm going to ace this exam. There's no doubt about that.
Well, that's a bit ominous.
I've had enough, Sylvia. For too long have I languished on the surface world, shackled by the rules of polite society. Now, at last, I have the upper hand.
I forgot how much you enjoyed playing the villain.
It's positively thrilling. But I'm not just role-playing here. I've got gossip. Hot, juicy, damaging gossip. The sort of person might pay to make go away.
Wait. You're talking about...
Blackmail.
Is this about my snoring? Because I'm not that embarrassed.
Dear thing, no. I wouldn't dream of fleecing you. I mean, what would I even get out of you? Loose change and pocket lint?
Huh.
Listen, I didn't go looking for trouble. Not this time. But I was naturally curious about the identity of the man who will be proctoring my exam. I thought I'd wear his favorite perfume, perhaps, or the colors of his favorite sports team. Just a little something to nudge his perception of me in a positive direction.
I'm not sure that would help with a totally objective multiple-choice test, but okay.
Imagine my surprise, however, when I realized I recognized the man. I'd seen him once before. Among the revelers at a pirate jamboree.
He must have made quite an impression.
You could say that. He was thrown overboard midway through the party, in fact, after he was caught pawing through a litter box. Some people claimed he'd simply dropped his keys. Others believed he was deep in his cups and looking for buried doubloons. The outcome was the same. His actions were declared an irredeemable party foul, and he was forced to walk the plank before he could stink up the place. I photoglyphed the whole thing, and I can't imagine he'd want those images to be posted anywhere. All this to say, I have a trump card, and now I only have to decide whether to use it.
You're better than this, Roxanne. Blackmail is cheating. And you're brilliant. So why resort to cheating?
Well, the flattery is welcome. As for the moralizing, curse it. If I'm honest, I was hoping you'd hate this plan. Lately, I've grown increasingly uncomfortable with shortcuts. That's due in no small part to your influence. More than once, when faced with a moral conundrum, I've found myself asking, what would Sylvia think?
It sounds like you're developing a conscience. You know the right thing to do. It's just easier for you to do it when you can blame it on me.
A conscience and a psychoanalyst all in one, eh? You're a perfectly rotten influence, Sylvia.
And by that you mean, I'm a good influence.
Call it what you like. It's aggravating. You have such an innocent demeanor, but you certainly know how to deploy your charm to get what you want. Turn that magnetic sway onto your customers. I think you'll like the results.
Thanks. Now, should we get back to studying?
Perhaps later. I have some machinations to ponder. And it's much easier to be wicked when you're not around.
Roxanne is struggling to walk the straight and narrow. I should find a way to show support for her new lease on life.
Sylvia, I must tell you, your gift put a smile on my face. As a former potion maker, I know valuable tonics when I see them.
I wanted to make a gesture. I know you're probably not going to the radioactive wastelands anytime soon. But now you could if you wanted to, and that was sort of my point. Your future is wide open, Roxanne, even if you have to struggle through a bit of red tape to reach it.
And on that subject, you're here just in time for a bit of celebration.
What are we celebrating? Did you get some good news?
I don't know that I'd call it news. Rafta's business bureau merely confirmed, in the form of a graded exam, that I am a brilliant businesswoman with a prosperous career ahead of me.
You did it! You got it!
Oh, I've got it all right. My business license is printed, certified, and being framed as we speak. I sprung for the diamond inlaid frame because there's a time and place for subtlety, and this is not it.
Roxanne, this is amazing! Congratulations! I knew you could do it, and without resorting to blackmail. You didn't resort to blackmail, right?
Sylvia, I find your lack of faith strangely gratifying, actually. I guess I've still got a bit of the bad girl swagger, if you have to ask me that. But no. I suppose I realize there's something more satisfying than having power over someone.
The satisfaction of a job well done?
The satisfaction of having power over someone and not needing to use or abuse it. Come on, let's move this celebration outdoors. It's funny. As much as I think of enclosed spaces as my natural habitat, I'm finding it increasingly necessary to seek out open spaces, to see the sky. I suppose change happens whether we court it or not.
You've made some big decisions lately, but you're still Roxanne. Still the perky, perfumed wrecking ball who crashed into my shop not so long ago.
I really did intend to destroy you, you know. I didn't care to know you, didn't stop to consider where you were coming from. All I knew was that you were in my space, and so the claws came out. I'll always be fabulous, frankly, let's be real. But I have changed. I had to change in order to survive.
You're not just surviving anymore, you're thriving.
It might take me some time to get used to that idea. To stop looking over my shoulder and seeing enemies at every turn. But I've built something here that no one can take away from me. Something legitimate and good. And I didn't do it entirely on my own, did I? You saw me at my most vulnerable, Sylvia. My most petty. And you extended a hand. A comically large hand. Clownish, really. Sorry, old habits. I'm grateful, Sylvia. And whatever changes come, you'll always be my dearest friend.
energy is lagging today.
Need caffeine?
It isn't doing much for me right now. I hope I'm not developing an immunity. I was thinking of getting some exercise. It's more time-consuming than an espresso, but the endorphin rush can't be beat. Do you mind holding my punching bag steady?
It'll make a nice change. Working in retail means I usually am the punching bag. Well, I wouldn't bet against you in a fight.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like my odds against anything that would punch back. Let the heroes pull aggro. I'm happy keeping my head down. Now, could I interest you in an ice-cold ampheterade? I've got grape, lemon lime, and cashmere.
Isn't that the stimulant-enhanced sports drink that's banned in 6 kingdoms?
Yeah, it's not easy to get a hold of, but I just got a care package from home. My mom loves a challenge, and she does not love interkingdom trade restrictions.
Your mom sounds interesting.
She's a fierce lady. There was this time in high school I got a B+ on a history quiz.
She gave you a hard time over a B+?
Oh, she didn't say a word about it, but she somehow got her hands on my classmate Sol's quiz. Sol's the daughter of my mom's best friend, and she had aced the quiz. She even got the extra credit question right. So my mom ended up putting Sol's quiz on the fridge. I had to see that big, bright A+ every time I went into the kitchen. I was left to wonder if she wanted me to study it and learn from it, or if she was threatening to replace me as her daughter.
Wow, that's definitely going the extra mile.
Like I said, she's fierce. Oh, also she makes the best banana bread you ever tried. It's award-winning, Sylvia.
What about your dad?
Well, he's a terrible baker. Aside from that, the two of them are in perfect alignment. Same values, same priorities, same mastery of psychological warfare. Both of my parents really push the importance of school, although they aren't big on learning for the sake of learning. Education was always a means to an end. My siblings and I had to get good grades so we could launch right into successful careers in law, medicine, or banking. You'll notice I didn't say anything about marketing.
I always like a black sheep. There's nothing more attractive than a person who forges her own path.
Well, don't get too excited. I wasn't exactly a rebel without a cause or anything. My choice of career wasn't what they wanted for me, but I did get a great job offer from a major firm right out of school. So my parents didn't really have a problem until I decided to leave that firm and move to Rafta. I gave up a prestigious job with full benefits and clear upward mobility for a rough-and-tumble startup on the edge of the world.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds awesome.
I know, right? Sadly, they don't quite see it that way. To them, running a successful business in a frontier town is like being the dog who gets the best table scraps. Other dogs are jealous, sure, but nobody else is.
They'll come around. What you're doing is so impressive, they'll have to see that.
I hope they do, because I want them to be proud. But I'm not willing to let them run my life. We fight, and they get under my skin like no one else. But I've learned to keep my head down and do my own thing. And to just trust that one day, they'll see the value in what I do. After all, if they taught me anything, it's that there's no use trying to live a stress-free life. Stress will find you. Sometimes it's better to face it head on, you know? Embrace the caffeine rush and power through the stress however you can.
I hear you. The only way out is through.
That's true, whether you're trying to get a fledgling business off the ground or vying for your parents' approval.
Or just angling for the best table scraps. Because, let's be real, I will eat off your plate.
Sylvia, I am on fire today! Stand back, I don't want to burn you.
You've always been hot, though, and I'm not afraid of getting burned.
Well, my cheeks sure feel red hot at the moment. I only meant to say that I'm getting a ton of work done today. Seriously, I'm on a productivity streak so massive, they can probably see it from space.
What's the secret to your success?
That's easy. Do you remember when I said you could use stress to your advantage? It turns out, I really undersold it. A bit of stress can help you a bit. But a lot of stress? It can push your brain and body into overdrive. Dig deep and try it for yourself.
It's on the risky side, but it might be a good strategy.
It works for me. Now, do you have 7 minutes to spare? I thought we might step outside. Thank you for joining me, Sylvia. I've set this time aside to have a super important conversation with you.
That's a little ominous, and also very formal. What's on your mind?
It isn't anything to stress about. Probably. Maybe. Oh, gosh. Stick to the script, Luna. It's just... Listen, I've noted several instances of unmistakable flirtation. And I wasn't sure what to do about that at first. But I took a good long look at my 5-year plan and decided I have time for a girlfriend.
Hey, that's great. Good for you, Luna.
Yes. Thanks. I do have someone specific in mind, you realize.
Oh, yeah? And who's the lucky lady?
Sylvia, come on! It's obviously you! I mean, okay, maybe I haven't been very obvious with my affection, but I do take time off of work to hang out with you. You don't think I do that with just anyone, do you? You're special to me, and I'd like to make it official. Unless you think I'm too much.
I gave you the wrong idea, Luna. I'm so sorry. I was only trying to be playful. Maybe ruffle your antennae a bit?
Oh, I see. Well, no worries. It's not the first time I've misread social cues, and it won't be the last. I'm just glad the mariachi band I hired for this moment had a last-minute conflict. That might have been embarrassing. But we are friends, aren't we? I didn't get that wrong?
Of course we're friends. We've spent a lot of time together. It's been fun.
It has been fun. And I'm not sure you realize how much I've needed that in my life. There's a part of me that's always trying to prove myself. to show I'm extraordinary in some way, just to justify my very existence. It's different with you, though. You've seen me at my most, let's say, eccentric, and you've always come back for more. You let me sort of just be myself, neuroses and all.
I like your neurotic energy. It's charming.
And I appreciate your chill vibes. I like to think we balance each other out. But, speaking of neuroses, our 7 minutes are up. I should get back to work. Sorry if this was a little awkward, but honestly, I feel a whole lot better now that I know where we stand. Thank you for... well, thanks for being you. And for letting me be me. That's all I really wanted to say.
Ooh, it's quiet at last. Perhaps I'll pick up a book.
Greetings, peasant.
So much for reading time, Oswald. You better keep your talons at the ready.
Is that a threat? I'll have you know, I'm recording this exchange. I wanted to immortalize the moment that your fears and doubts overwhelm you. Now, contemplate my superiority and despair. Go on, I'll wait.
Joke's on you. All you're immortalizing is me making this promise. I'm going to beat you tomorrow. I won't even break a sweat. Now why don't you get out of here and mind your own business?
Oh, I assure you, my business is at the forefront of my mind, and business is very good. It seems the sheeple of Rafta are less concerned about my benevolent surveillance than you guessed. Would you like to know what they say about you behind closed doors?
There's something you could tell me that I haven't already read in an anonymous review.
Well, here's something you might not have figured out. If you dare stand in my way tomorrow, you will be as dust beneath my heel.
I'm not backing down, Anubia. I mean, I didn't let the shark man intimidate me. What chance does a little girl have?
Curse you! I am not a little girl! Surely my regal bearing and keen stratagems have made that more than apparent? I am over 1,000 years old, and I shall live for 1,000 more!
Well, yeah, but your cheeks are just so pinchable.
Pinchable? You pinched me at your own peril! You toothless jackal! I hate you! I'll crush you! You'll see!
Does she really just brag about her regal bearing and then have a hissy fit?
Maybe throwing a tantrum is one of those keen stratagems she mentioned.
Like sand through the hourglass, another 10-day period has come and gone. But there is no time to wax nostalgic for bygone days, not when there's entertainment to be had. I'm Baptiste, here once more to guide you through the twists and turns of the day's tournament. On the field, two legends of craftsmanship and commercialism stand ready to compete for all the many glories they deserve. Let's give them a proper greeting, shall we? Hailing from a mighty overseas empire, our first contestant's small stature belies her imposing presence. What's the secret of her success? She says it's divine right and moral superiority, dummy! But she's made no secret of her love for the dark arts of capitalism! Give it up for Anubia!
That's it! Clap! Oh no, if you don't.
Anubia is up against our reigning champ, whose sonic tonics have already become a Raftan institution. She works hard, she fights fair, and I'm pretty sure she talks to animals. She is Sylvia!
Hey, Anubia! You're a brat, and your sense of entitlement won't help you here.
Shut up! I am not!
Looks like the contestants are chatting amiably down there. They must be at least a little starstruck to be in the presence of our celebrity judge. He's a busy man, but he's made time to share his expertise and his winning smile.
Of course I'm smiling. We're so close to the end.
Before we get to the end, we've got to get started! Are our contestants ready to begin?
Begin? I'm already 5 steps ahead. But I'll give these suckers a show. Let's hope they like a tragic ending.
They sound ready to me! Here we go!
This potion will break a curse of silence as surely as my foes break against my dread magnificence.
That's a tall order.
You'll also note subtle hints of candied frog.
I certainly caught a whiff of something. I'll value this at...
A satisfactory assessment.
Sylvia! Welcome back. Let's see what you've got.
This one speaks for itself.
Ah, that was a pun, I think, on account of this being a silence cure. I question your sense of humor, but the potion itself is very nice. This cure is of superior quality to Anubia's. Sylvia, the point is easily yours.
Like taking candy from a brat.
Someone should curse you with silence! Maybe this isn't going exactly as my Oracle algorithm foretold it. But I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm in control. And I'm gonna eat your flippin' face! You worm!
That's the face of a fighter! It's still anyone's match!
All right, Anubia. Dare I ask what you have for us next?
Then consider my masterpiece, a tolerance potion, aged for no less than 300 years.
Fascinating. Where did you find a barrel that would last so long?
Oh, I didn't age it in anything so mundane as a barrel. No, this potion was aged within the hollowed-out skull of the last potion maker who dared challenge me.
That's certainly a rare vintage, which earns you a valuation of...
A number fit for an empress.
It's a lot to ask, Sylvia. But can you beat it?
As impressive as this tolerance potion is, even this is not enough to make a newbie tolerable.
Good singer. Now let's see if the potion itself measures up. It's even of masterwork quality. I'm thoroughly convinced. No need to sell me on it further. You've done it, Sylvia. You're moving on to the grand finale.
Just like that, huh? All right!
Rage! Rage! Rah! That's not fair! I should have won!
Well, you definitely get the prize for worst sportsmanship.
This place is ridiculous. If Rafta would reject my gifts, so be it. I have an empire to run. And I've expended enough resources trying to establish a foothold upon the mud. So I'll go, but this knowledge shall be my consolation. I know what you're up against next. And you have no idea, Sylvia. No idea.
Well, that sounded ominous. But I'll worry about it later. I deserve like half a day to revel in victory before I'm back to contemplating impending doom. Did you see it? Anubia couldn't get out of town fast enough.
I'm a gentleman, so all I'll say is good riddance.
Because you hated her stupid face, right? Come on, say it. It feels good.
Yes, I hated her stupid face very much. But I hope all this taught you a lesson about going on the offensive and staying on the offensive. When you're on a roll, give them everything and the kitchen sink.
I'm always happy for more owlish insight.
Well, look at you, Sylvia. How far you've come.
It must be disappointing to you. I mean, I know you like taking the money, but I'm sure you'd rather soul shackle me to a desk.
Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm rooting for you, young woman.
I find that hard to believe.
Nonetheless, it's true. Your situation has two possible outcomes. The bank I serve benefits either way. But I much prefer the outcome where both sides profit. To that end, I can accept your payment now.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Thank you, Sylvia. And please, don't take it personally. The service I provide is a necessary one, dictated by the market. If I didn't do it, someone else would. And whatever else you think of me, know that I am hoping to see you succeed.
What do you think? Does she have a point? Are we on the same side?
You might both hope for the same outcome, but that doesn't mean you're on the same side. It's true I needed her services and her bank's money to get this shop up and running, but it's a predatory system, and make no mistake. In this world, we have to look out for our own interests, because no one else will.
just have to send one more competitor packing.
Good morning, Sylvia. That was quite a show yesterday. Too close for comfort?
I wasn't too worried.
I see you've grown in confidence just as you've grown in ability. You remind me of myself, you know. Many, many, many years ago.
Well, you're not much older than me, right? You got an early start, but you've only been working as a potion maker for a few years.
You know, it feels a great deal longer.
Say, I don't suppose you're here to give me the scoop on my next competitor. I'm ready to crush him!
Oh, I'm sorry, didn't you know? It's me, Sylvia. You're up against me next.
What? I didn't realize. No one told me.
It was Baptiste's idea, naturally. He's got a flair for the dramatic, and nothing's more dramatic than going up against the best. He wants us to put on a show. Figures it'll drum up interest in local businesses and inject some money into the economy. But we don't have to jump through hoops for Baptiste. In fact, I'm here with a proposal. What do you say we cut to the chase and you simply, well, forfeit?
Forfeit? Why would I do that?
Hear me out now. I know you need the money. There's no shame in that. So, I'll let you take the cash prize. I'll keep the fancy ingredients and my unassailable reputation, and we'll skip the whole circus.
I could just have the money? Just like that?
Just like that.
I could pay off my debt and be free. But no, I'm sorry, but I need that ingredient.
What use could you possibly have for Maven Bloom?
Well, it's sort of a long story, but...
What the actual hell? Oh,
I understand now. I see exactly what's going on here. Someone's been messing with powers beyond their control. I'd hoped to do this the easy way, but I can see we both have skin in this game. So be it. I've waited this long after all. I can wait one more week to get what I...
Ugh, that sure took a turn.
you don't think he'll tell anyone, do you? About me?
It doesn't matter. In another week, Helena's getting her money and you're getting your cure. Who cares if people learn you were a bird in the meantime?
Well, it doesn't do much for my sex appeal.
Suck it up, Oswald. I'm more worried about how intense Robin got all of a sudden. Even the lizard looked menacing for a minute.
People tend to show their true colors when this much money is involved.
He didn't seem all that concerned about the money, though, did he? In fact, he gave me an opportunity to get the cash I need without any of the hassle. I could be debt-free right now.
I appreciate you sticking it out for me. Really wish you'd properly fix that ceiling beam, though.
I've been a little busy.
So have I, actually. I have something here to help you cross the finish line. There. With this stamp, you're authorized to make any potion you like, using ingredients from any region of the island.
Well, all right. I've finally got my full license. Just in time for the final push.
I also retrieved the details for the final competition. Take a look. I gather you already know who your competitor is. The potions you'll have to brew are no joke either. But look, there it is, the Maven Bloom flower. We're so close.
It's as good as ours, and you're as good as cured.
I like the confidence, but we're up against a living legend. Let's not count our owlets before they hatch.
Why wouldn't you just say chickens? You know actual idioms. You're not a real owl.
I'm glad to see you today. Even more than usual.
It's those warm welcomes that keep me coming back.
Well, I hope you still feel that way after I ask you for a favor. Tell me something. Have you done your finger stretches today? Because I've got 85 birthday cards to sign, and I'll bet you could forge my signature pretty convincingly. It's actually just a squiggly line.
I bet this brightens your siblings' day.
I bet it makes them shriek. I chose this particular image for a reason. Growing up, our parents used Maven as their own personal boogeyman. Luna, you better clean your room / finish your dinner / ace that test, or Maven will come and take you away to her island. It probably blows their minds that I moved to that very island of my own free will. I appreciate the help. We're all from the same clutch, so birthdays can be... a lot.
Does this mean your birthday is coming up?
Not for a couple months, but the mail to the mainland is so super slow, and I don't want these to be late. I usually just work on my birthday, but maybe we can do something fun this year. It's awfully nice having a friend in town. It makes me happy. I especially like having someone around to help me forget about work for a little while.
Wait, really? I thought you liked thinking about work.
I mean, generally. But my new client, the one I told you about in a vague and mysterious fashion, she is kind of a lot.
Ooh, who is it? I promise not to tell anyone.
Technically, I'm still bound by an NDA. I can't name any names. But there are some loopholes in the agreement, and I know you're trustworthy. I'll tell you this much. The client is a celebrity on the mainland. She's royalty, in fact.
Do royals need publicists?
Do they ever? I mean, if you think about it, their authority sort of relies on selling people a certain image. Noble bloodlines, grace, taste, and wisdom, a self-evident right to rule. Royals are constantly selling a narrative. And if word gets out that a certain spoiled princess is ill-suited to choose breakfast, much less the course of a kingdom, well, that's when her subjects start asking uncomfortable questions about the line of succession. Some of them might even go a little cuckoo, if you know what I mean.
It sounds like important work. You're basically a kingmaker.
Oh, I don't know. Mostly I'm drafting social media posts about what she's eating for breakfast. But if I make it through this trial period, it'll pay well. That's something.
You can tough it out. The only way out is through, remember?
That's right. You know me. I can handle the stress. And the benefits of this situation potentially outweigh any negatives. To me, there's nothing better than amplifying worthy voices and ideas. I love giving the little guy a platform. But the little guy doesn't tend to have a robust marketing budget. Working with a larger client can be a hassle, but taking their money lets me offer affordable services to smaller clients. As long as I can juggle the demands on my time, I can make everybody happy. And that includes my parents. I know I'm not supposed to care what they think, but I can't help caring a little bit. And they were thrilled by this news, Sylvia. Like, seriously over the moon. They still don't get what a marketer publicist does. But working for a princess, they wrap their heads around that super quick.
I see what you mean. And I'm happy that your parents are happy for you.
Thanks. And just to prove all that help the little guy stuff is more than just talk, I have a whole new coupon for you.
Ooh, careful, or you'll spoil me.
Don't even joke about it. One diva on my client list is more than enough. But as far as I'm concerned, you're the one who deserves the royal treatment. You're awesome, Sylvia. And that's a message I'm happy to promote totally free of charge. What was the name of that cheese that I liked?
Sylvia! I'm glad to catch you before business hours. I won't keep you long. I'm here as a professional courtesy in my capacity as host and sponsor for the competition. Although, truth be told, I'll take any excuse to bask in your radiance for a moment.
You don't need an excuse to drop in, especially when compliments are involved.
I'll surely keep that in mind, Duchess. But for now, on to business. I know how quickly rumors spread in this town. Perhaps you've already heard about last night's break-in at the guild hall.
No, I hadn't. Is everyone okay?
All is well. In the end, no one was hurt and nothing was taken. But there is some indication that the intruder was attempting to steal the rare ingredient we've set aside as part of the grand prize.
The Maven Bloom?
The very same. It's why I wanted you to hear this from me. As a finalist, you're doubtless eager to know that the prizes remain secure. And I can assure you that they do! I take the matter seriously. As we speak, I have Corsac laying traps, and I've already commissioned a devilishly clever lockbox from Saffron. Quinn is even going to set up a curse. I'm not entirely clear on what it does, but for what they're charging, it must be rather nasty.
Wow, you're definitely going all out.
In truth, this isn't the first attempt that's been made. Someone has been testing the limits of our wards ever since the Maven Bloom was brought back from Maven's castle. I should have realized before now that's what they were after. With each passing day, we're having more success sending heroes out into the wasteland. The spoils have been impressive. Yet, that Maven Bloom sample remains one of a kind.
I hope your heroes are taking precautions out there. You wouldn't want anyone to get, I don't know, transmogrified into an animal or anything.
Transmogrified? The imagination on you. But you needn't worry. My people are highly trained, and the radiation that's inundated the place has diminished significantly over recent months. It seems the land is finally recovering from the fallout of that historic battle.
I'd love to know what really happened all those years ago.
Wouldn't we all? But Robin was the only surviving witness, and he was so traumatized by the experience that he's only been able to share scant details. He wasn't even a trained squire. Did you know that? He was just a local orphan, conscripted by the heroes after the Kraken battle. They needed a guide, and Robin was drafted into the role. It would never happen today, not on my watch. I mean, the impact on liability insurance premiums alone? Huh. It's nothing short of a miracle the poor child managed to walk all the way back to town in the wake of the disaster. He picked up the lizard on the way, you know. It's why he's so firmly attached to it.
He's generally a nice guy, though, right? He got a little rude the other day.
Well, no one gets to be that successful without having a strong competitive streak.
That reminds me, if Robin is competing this time, who's judging the competition?
Not to worry. I have someone lined up already. You'll like him. He is ethically unimpeachable, a public-speaking dynamo with his finger on the very pulse of the market. Furthermore, he's graceful and lithe, with perfectly coiffed blue hair, frankly surprising upper body strength, a nice smile.
You're obviously talking about yourself right now.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Thanks for joining me. I've got to pick out some new office furniture. And as harmless as that sounds, it can be a fraught experience.
Why? Are you a big spender?
Not exactly. Just come with me to the lamp vendor, okay? And pull me out if I do anything weird.
Luna? Luna! Snap out of it!
Oh no. I did it again, didn't I?
Maybe we should skip the lamps for now. What's next on your list?
Rugs. But we'd better steer clear of the wool ones. I've been known to snack. Well, that wasn't quite the relaxing outing I had in mind. I'm more out of sorts than I was at the start. Eyeballs don't randomly fall out of sockets, right? They're in there pretty good. My teeth are chattering so hard that my face feels loose.
Nerves. Stress?
Yes, and yes. Also lack of sleep. Caffeine is nature's panacea, but it has its limits, and I may have found them, Sylvia. I know I probably spend too much time complaining to you about my big client, but you are my best friend, Sylvia, and you're the best sounding board I have when I'm feeling desperate to vent.
Vent away. That's what I'm here for.
You're too good to me, Sylvia. As you've probably noticed, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I've started feeling like I'm in danger of burning out completely. So, I let Her Highness know that the amount of work she was asking for wasn't sustainable. I was afraid she'd be disappointed. I thought maybe I'd even lose her business. But instead, she came back with an offer.
An offer?
She wants to buy the whole business, Sylvia. She wants my little boutique to become her full-time publicity team. That's right, a team. She wants me to expand, and her offer came with a very generous number attached.
Luna? Congratulations! That's every entrepreneur's dream, right?
Maybe. To be honest, I'm not really sure what I want. How do I even begin to make such a big decision?
What does your 5-year plan say? Does taking the offer get you closer to your goals?
Sylvia, that's brilliant! I might not have planned for this specifically, but there is a plan. I need to consider new opportunities in that context. And it's a lot to consider. Am I ready to cede control on this scale? Am I ready to cut my other clients loose to focus on a single ongoing project? I don't know the answers. Honestly, my head throbs when I even try to think about it. Did I mention my eyes feel like they're bulging out?
You need some sleep, I think. A big decision like this, you need to come at it with a clear head.
Sleep. Now that you've said it, that's all I can think about. You're a master of subliminal suggestion, Sylvia. I hope you're using those skills in your daily negotiations.
Listen to the sound of my voice and give me all your money.
I'm not totally under your control. Although I'd pay you an absurd amount of money for a supercharged cup of coffee right now.
Poor Luna. More coffee is the last thing she needs. Maybe I can brew up something even better.